Ladies and green bursts, isn't it though? So let's have a listen to a tune from this fabulous Burns Steer, and I shall tell you all I can about it. So let's do that. So, pickup time, and we'll start with the humbucker at the back here, the bridge end. Unfortunately, you can split them, which makes me feel slightly queasy, but let's do it. Can you tell the difference? Subtle difference. You'll see some numbers back here, and what you will see is that even when it's on split, it's still popping out 8 plus. So into the centre. Yeah, so we've got a trisonic here at the neck end. Let's do it again with that split. Probably going to make more sense on the clean setting. So onto the trisonic in the neck. That's a ball, that, isn't it? let's see how it cleans up. And again, starting with the humbucker in the bridge. By crikey, that's got some oomph. I suppose that if you weren't on a distorted channel, then this would be great for suddenly flipping this back to humbucker for a bit of a lead break, wouldn't it? So let's go into the centre. Split. Yeah, a little bit of difference there. Onto the neck. Sound quite acoustic-y, IMO. Let's have a jolly good look round. So, yes, the Burns Steer, what a fabulous looking thing it is, and most famously played by Billy Bragg and Phil Solem. Yes, Phil Solem, don't worry, he hasn't heard of you either. He was in fact one of the duo who wrote and performed the theme tune for Friends, the Rembrandts. So, what do we have? Well, let's have a look at the specs first. We've got obviously the very, very pointy, almost can opener alike headstock there with the confusing layout. Of course, you can see your capstans for your tuning pegs there, and 4 string trees that I'm sure they must be required for something, keeping the strings in the nut, one would imagine. Around the back here we have got the Burns branded sealed tuners, and these differed quite a lot over the years. This is either a 2000 or 2003 model, from what I can identify with the serial number, and this is probably Korean. Now, the newer Chinese ones, which certainly were around from 2015, they came in at about 650 quid. They had a plain non-colour matched neck. So then we've got this nice Telecaster style body, shaped body. Telecaster style or Spanish guitar style, I'm not sure, with the single cutaway here. Oh yes, I forgot to mention the maple fingerboard with a mere 20 frets, so you high-end whittlers might not be too pleased about that, but you know, well, you heard it, didn't you? You know, so you can obviously use all of it. And what I would say is that there's been a few iterations of this steer model. There's been a double cutaway that looks a bit like one of the early Yamaha SGs, and there's been a no cutaway at all, which I would imagine is an absolute pig to try and get. Well, you're going to be stuck once you get to about fret 17, aren't you? So this single cutaway does make an awful lot of sense. You'll see some photos back here. Where are we up to? Body. So, maple neck, maple fingerboard, basswood body with a polyester finish, double bound, very, very nice indeed. And I'm just loving the colour. This one is just, it's very, very, very light use. So, theoretically, you've got 3 scratch plates. There's the aluminium alike one, there's this one here, which, and there are some just very, 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 very light picking marks on it, but nothing much at all. And you've got the scratch plate with all the controls here, which are very, very nicely set out, I have to say. So you've got the exhaust pipe in the front, and you've got 2 tones here, and the master volume here. And I like this location because if you're one of those who likes violining, if you know what I mean, who likes violining, then that is in an absolutely brilliant place for that particular musical device. You've got, well, what really looks like a sound hole here, and it is apparently a routed out and chambered body. So let's have a listen to the acoustic properties. Well, I'd have to say that it has got none at all. But certainly the way that the guitar is constructed is bound to give it that unique sound that it has, and I really, really like this. In fact, if it reminds me of anything, this belongs to my mate Brian, and I reviewed his 74 Telecaster Thinline reissue a year or so ago, and this puts me very, very much in mind of that. Even, as I say, even though it's only got 20 frets to play with, Fender style hardtail bridge there, and round the back it's just more fabulous colour. Bolt on neck, and that, my friends, is pretty much that. You can see how thick it is. There it is. It's that thick, and yeah. There's none for sale anywhere. I can't find one at all. So, if you want one, you'll have to be very lucky, or maybe look for an import perhaps. So, with all of that said, I shall bid you a fond farewell and have a lovely rest of the whatever. And I'll see you soon. Adios amigos. Ta-ra.